So the other day, I was scrolling through YouTube. I was enjoying myself. I was having a good time, loving life, enjoying my life. And then I saw this post. I saw this post and I liked it at first. I do like it. I still think the post is actually rather good. But one thing that pissed me off about that post, Ray Shields. A No, no. I was pissed. I was offended. I was annoyed. I could not allow slander on my man, Ray Shields. No. I would not allow it. I refuse to ever allow it. So I did what I needed to do. I made this video, and here I will explain why Ray Shields does not deserve any hate. Okay, so the main reason why some people think Ray Shields is a bit sus, he's a bit in the wrong, he's not a good guy. The main reason why some people say that is because Ray has a bit of a character quirk where he likes to go ask a lot of female characters, "You want a hug? Let's have a hug. Let's hug it out." And yeah, okay, so let me explain here. I completely understand why some people, especially some women, would think that it's uncomfortable to get a hug from a random guy, especially after some situations like the John Lasseter situation. If you know John Lasseter, you know. So yeah, I understand why some people don't like just randomly being asked to get hugs. I get that, but guys, please listen to me right here. It's a game, and more importantly, it's a Japanese game. I don't think I really need to explain this, but Japanese humor is a little different to Western humor. For instance, let's take Persona for example. I'm pretty sure if you were to ask any Western fan about how they feel about the bathtub scenes in the Persona games like Persona 3, 4 and 5 Strikers, they would most likely tell you that they absolutely hate those bathtub scenes, and I 1000% agree. Like, when I saw that bathtub scene when I was playing through Persona 5 Strikers, I immediately skipped that shit. I was not wasting a second. I got out of there. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, Japanese humor, the humor that those in the East have compared to us is a bit different, because in Japan, a lot of people love those scenes. Like, men, women, everyone loves those scenes, and that's why they're still being added in Persona games. So I think so the thing is, Japan is a lot more lax when it comes to, touching, hugging. They're not as against it or as opposed to it as we here in the West are. Japan is a lot more lax on it compared to us here in the West, and I think that is the main reason for why Ray basically asks for hugs a lot. He likes, it's a joke, and in honestly, it is a bit of a funny joke. Like, I know humor's subjective, but Ray gets punished for asking for hugs like all the time. Like, Kay constantly tells him no. Justine threatens to hit him with the gavel. And when he actually does get a hug from Patricia Rowland, I believe that's what her name was, she ends up giving him an unwanted kiss, like something he didn't want. And yeah, like, to put it simply, it. Jeez, how am I gonna even bother explain this? To put it simply, Ray's little asking for hugs thing is pretty much just a character quirk that some people obviously are not going to like. Some people are going to feel uncomfortable with that, and I completely understand it. Again, I've already talked about some scenes in Japanese media that make me uncomfortable. Like another one to take into example is I've been recently watching and reading My Dress Up Darling, and there's some scenes there that make me feel a bit uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, I just have to accept that that's just how some writers in Japan are, and that's the kind of humor they have. So, to put it simply, no, I do not think Ray Shields is a bad guy. I think that he is a character that was written in Japan and pretty much has Japanese archetypes. He does again. If Ray Shields, does Ray Shields deserve to be called out for constantly asking to hug women? Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, he never forces himself upon the women. Every time Kay tells him, no, I don't want to hug, he usually just carries on, focuses back on the case, does what he needs to do. That's the kind of person Ray is. He's never an intrusive guy, and that's one thing I like. So very much what I'm trying to say over here is Ray is basically an archetype. He's basically, what he does is basically a joke. So I understand fully if you don't like the joke. I understand if you dislike the joke. I wasn't even the biggest fan of the joke myself, to be honest. But that's just how it is. That's just the humor that some people have, and they think that's funny, and they're okay with it. So no, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of what Ray does, but if he was a real person, which he isn't, he should be called out for his behavior. He should not go to jail for his behavior, and that is basically all I gotta say. Ray Shields is not a pedo. Those other three guys, Max, Ben, I think his name was. I can't remember. I did not like Justice for All. That game sucked. Um, yeah, that's about it. So, in conclusion, Ray Shields is not a bad guy, and please, please, I beg of you, play Ace Attorney, especially Ace Attorney Investigations 2.